Hello friends, and welcome back to another Styling with Sam. Today we are talking all about kitchen counters, and specifically that little kitchen counter area in your home that you have no idea what to do with. It might be by your stove, might be by your sink, or it might be by your coffee bar, all that kind of stuff. Today we're going to style it to be a very functional and very cooking ingredient utensil forward. And then we are going to play with some really nice elements today. You will see that I am using a lot of marble. I love marble, especially in my kitchen. I feel like it really works with it. We're using wood tones, some live plants, some different textures and different colors, all to kind of complement themselves and complement the kitchen and the design of my kitchen. So without further ado, let's get styling. So as you can see, I have a really tiny, small space to work with here right beside my oven as you enter into our living room. And I wanted this space to be really practical with a lot of cooking utensils, cooking ingredients, spices, all that kind of stuff, and just stuff that's really easy to grab, but things that still look really pretty. So the first thing that we need to start with is a beautiful tray. Now, I'm sorry guys, I don't have this tray in my store. This is from Magnolia. I lugged this all the way home from Texas back in the spring. But this is a beautiful tray to start with. It's marble. It has these brass antique little handles. And look at this, guys. It is the perfect fit for my space. I know, I didn't even measure. It was meant to be. But anyway, you could do something like a cutting board here, a really big cutting board that fits the space. You could do another kind of marble tray. I do have a couple ones in store this week. But all in all, we want to start with the tray to kind of hold and catch everything. Now, I told you guys I was in my marble era. I love marble right now. And something like this for a utensil holder is great because it hides any funky colors that might be on your cooking utensils here. I love the look of wooden spoons because they are both beautiful to look at and functional and practical. So I knew I wanted something just to kind of place in front of my outlet and switches here, just to kind of, remove that from the visual entrance of the vignette. And this does a great job camouflaging it, and it also gives us a little bit of height on our vignette. Next is something really practical, and what I have chosen to put beside my oven is my olive oil dispenser bottle that you can find in the store, as well as a pepper mill. I've been looking for a really nice wooden pepper mill or a brass pepper mill, so that is on my wish list, but these are going to do just fine, and I'm going to put these guys right next to the stove. So they're easy to grab, super high functional. Like I said, this being wood or brass would really perfect this little vignette in my eyes. But I'm still waiting to find that perfect piece. So the white one's gonna do fine. And that's just gonna kind of teeter off the height of our vignette with these cooking utensils. Next, we're going to have fun with bringing a little bit of color, a little bit of greenery, a little bit of life to this vignette. And this really depends on your space. You could do something like a live plant that I've done here. This is our beautiful little fern in this really pretty gray new textured pot we have in the store. And this is going to bring a little bit of dark, a little bit of depth and texture to the vignette. Also some green with this plant. If you can't do anything live here, as you guys can see, I get a lot of natural light here in this little corner. So that plant is going to thrive and do great. But you could do something like a little pot of faux stems. We have some great small options in store. Or you could find, something artificial down the road kind of thing to bring in that little pop of color. Okay, another, probably one of my most favorite things in our kitchen is this cute little marble spice set. Now, again, I found this at Magnolia down in Texas, but I did bring something in kind of similar to the store. I think we have a couple left, but this thing just brings me so much joy. And you guys, it's honestly so practical and functional for us. So we have that right in front of here. It comes with this cute little copper spoon, so it's just so easy to scoop out our salt and pepper. If we're cooking in a pan right next door, I'll just grab a couple scoops of that. I'm probably salting and peppering my food a little bit too much, but hey, it's really cute. So that is something you could do here. You could also do a really nice set of salt and pepper shakers that you already have, or something like that. Or even, just find a little mason jar or a little canister that you find in your thrifting or find at the dollar store, something like that. And you can, make your own little spice mix or something like that, whether you use a lot of oregano or, Italian seasoning, all that kind of stuff, and just kind of have some something cute on the counter with a cute little spoon makes all the difference, and you'll find yourself cooking a lot with it. So it'll be really useful too. Now I have a couple things to finish off this vignette. One is a candle. I love candles in my kitchen, especially lighting it after, the kitchen's closed after dinner and you've cleaned everything and you want to kind of get the dinner smell out of the air. Our homebody candle in our mason jar, it does a great job at that. And then I also have this really cute little timer. Again, I'm sorry guys, this is Hearth and Hand from Target, but a cute little timer that you can find at any kind of kitchen store, all that kind of stuff. This is actually very useful for me too, because sometimes I'll have the timer going on my oven, but I need a timer for something else. So it's always great to have a little timer in your kitchen. I'm a firm believer. That's my mother speaking. She's always had one in her kitchen. So I'm just going to style it, I think, just like that. How cute is this? It is so functional. I can grab my utensils really quickly. I have my olive oil, my pepper grinder, my salt and pepper, my timer, and a beautiful candle to light at the end of dinner. I have one more thing I want to show you guys because I couldn't fit it on this side of the counter, but I'm going to take you to the other side of the oven and show you a little vignette I created with some really cute things we have in store. I want to show you this side of my oven too, because I do have a little kitchen counter space here before my kitchen sink. Yes, I have dirty dishes in my sink. It's fine. So I have this kind of little area beside my oven that I do want to make practical. I already do have a cute little vignette with our green real life faux tulips. This cute little frame and cutting board little moment. That is a great inspirational little moment if you have a blank spot on your kitchen counter too. But I wanted to show you guys these new cookbook stands that we got into the store. And when I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to look great in my kitchen. So these are really cool. They actually come apart. They're very functional actually. And they are great for not only displaying cookbooks, just on your kitchen counter, but to also use as well. So I'm going to show you how I would do this. I just grabbed one of my Magnolia books here. Just going to flip her open to a page. Puff pastry, that looks so great. And I would just tuck it just like that. So if I was cooking and need easy reference to the recipe, I can kind of move this cookbook stand around the kitchen and it would be perfect and practical for me. And then when I'm not using the recipe, honestly, you could just kind of close the book and have it on display on your kitchen. That way you don't have to worry about it getting like super messy or anything like that. So I would do that. And then to finish off this look, I think what I'm going to do is I have one of these new pieces in the store. These are called, oh boy, mortar pestles. I really should have Googled that before I got on here, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You can kind of mush up some things. So really the only thing that I think about this is mint for my mojitos. That's where my mind goes for this. But I love this because it has the hint of marble and then it also has this wood detail. This thing is marble, y'all. It is heavy, but just a really cute addition to any little vignette in your home. In your kitchen. So I just love how that kind of complements the space. It ties in kind of the same wood color of the cookbook stand and ties in the marble look that we have throughout the whole counter space here. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed that Styling with Sam series. I am so loving how my little vignette turned out here next to my oven. And I know it is going to be approved by my husband because it is very practical and very useful while still looking beautiful. So it's a win-win for both of us. There's nothing like having lots of clutter on your countertops that doesn't really serve you or do anything for the function of your space, but you can still bring in some function and still make it look beautiful. I would love to know what you think about this styling series in the comments. I am always open to hear if you have a problem area in your home that you need me to style on the Styling with Sam series. We only have a couple weeks of this left before we close up for a break for summer and then back at it in the fall. So thank you so much for following along and we'll see you next time.